slow. Terrific lateral speed.
And the pass to LeVert. And here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
Now here's Smart, following the miss by John Morant. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Passes it to LeVert. And here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Al Horford. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Totally. You want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. He definitely keeps you solid up front. Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And it's Walker penetrating. Misses from short range. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Morant with it. Outguarded by Smart. 1:58 left in the first quarter. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Smart.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the court.
The Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And new group in for the Celtics. Gorgie Dames checked in for Whiteside. Justin Holiday comes in for Tatum. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Smart. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Here's Clark. 52 seconds left to play here in the first. Holiday against Jones. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. They get it again. Brooks. And that time, also a missed shot.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Here's Wanamaker. Chang, the pass to Huerter. Nice ball movement by Boston. Holiday against Brooks. Misses the 3. Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Clark. And the rejection by Chang. Kemba Walker firing on all cylinders for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
Clark is out there with Brooks. Then it's Jones. Then it's Jones. And it's Melton in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Clark. And it's sent back by Horford. They retain possession. Here's Melton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Back to Porter. Chang against Jones. A fader. Chang, no luck. And it's Jones with the ball for the Grizzlies. 11-point game. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Turner's checked in for Memphis. Winslow comes in for Melton, and then for Boston. Whiteside's checked in for Horford. Jason Tatum comes in for Justin Holiday, and Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
And Boston has possession, following the score by Memphis. And that one, good. Walker's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics. Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think it's helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. Here's Walker. Tyus Jones picking up that last basket. Walker in the post. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Walker against Jones. Now the pass to Clark. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers now for Walker. Coming off a terrific season. 10th in scoring. And he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Karis LeVert comes in for Brooks. And it's Morant in for Jones.
Good straight line speed. Make Winslow a dangerous finisher on the break.
Now, here's Walker. He's guarded closely. Here's Whiteside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, there's no doubt that Hassan Whiteside makes a major impact when he's on the floor. Great shot blocker, elite rebounder, and the exact presence you want from the center position.
Kevin Herter, he is checked in for Jang. Now, here's Morant. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Jackson. LeVert with it. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Morant.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Memphis shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Winslow. Pass to Jackson. Jackson is doubled. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates, quality block shot by the fella.
And so it's Boston sitting with it. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Kemba Walker was the story in the first quarter. He had 14 points and 2. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Walker and Smart, the guards. Horford is out there with Whiteside, and it's Tatum in at the small forward. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Winslow against Smart. Clock at 6. Three-pointer, LeVert. Rebounded by the Celtics.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Good work there as it goes. Smart's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Jackson. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Horford. Celtics leading by 16. Smart and slam dunk by Smart.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's LeVert. He's still scoreless so far in this one. That's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Tatum leading the charge. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 20.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Well, guys, you talk about players coming in, and with a huge impact, Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team. Boston fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that game.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Steve, we've seen a few guys score close to 70 points in a game recently. Devin Booker of Phoenix certainly has gotten to that mark. Who might be the next guy to get to 70?
I think James Harden, because the way he shoots the 3-ball and gets to the free throw line, he's one. Steph Curry for sure. Kevin Durant. And I think Giannis in a few years, if he can start knocking down those threes, because I'm sure he can get about 40 points in the paint, 10 at the line, but he needs to knock down a few threes.
Looking at who's there now for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Brooks comes in for Justice Winslow. And Jones subbed in for LeVert. The Grizzlies trail by 18. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kicks it out to Jones. Taken away by Holiday. Outside Porter. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Morant with it. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
Horford kicks to Zhang. Pass to Wanamaker. Holiday with it. Lets it go from deep. And it's Morant with the rebound. Outside, Jones. The pass to Morant. Holiday with the block. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jones checked in for Jaren Jackson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. And the Celtics also making a change. Herter's checked in. Now here's Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Melton. And the three off target.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Holiday against Jones. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Herter. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Herter. Last season's performance for him put up about 9 points per, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Boston leading by 18. Outside Holiday. Pass to Horford. With his first shot attempt, it's rebounded by Memphis. Jones has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Melton feeling it out a bit to the inside. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
The Grizzlies have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. And that one falls for Jones. And Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. They led the game at 1 point by 20. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Trying to get something going. No good on that one. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their strategy is clear tonight. Work the ball inside. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. What great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on his heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Jones. He's out there with Turner. Karis LeVert is out there with Justice Winslow. And it's Melton in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Free throw, good, Whiteside. Well, there is no doubt Hassan Whiteside still a major factor in rim protection.
I'm not sure if his block totals will get back to 4 a game, but he still gets plenty of blocks. The fear he puts in shooters, the amount of shots he changes, still make him one of the best in the business on defense.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. Smart passes to Tatum. Shoots it up. Kept alive by Boston. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Pass to LeVert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Smart. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting three.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
And really at his best,
from mid-range. Tatum can create space and shoot up over his defenders.
Here's Morant. Jackson dishes to Morant. On the wing, Winslow. Guarded by Tatum. 4 on the clock. Here's Jackson. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Over to the left wing. Walker's shot is off. The Grizzlies trail by 15. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. LeVert kicks to Winslow. They grab their own miss. The shot by Turner no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
So many of Whiteside's points, they come on dunks.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And that one's good. Morant.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick or the lay-in.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Pass to Walker. Boston needs to get off a shot. Tatum, that's for 2. That shot off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average out.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the
Fultz with the ball. Brogdon picks him up. Fultz, no good. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. And the number one. That was terrific.
My goodness. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Here's Fultz. The shot from the low post is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Lopez, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Used all 7 feet and about a third of a ton to get that one up and down.
And Clark, many fans thought Brook Lopez might have lost it after his stint with Los Angeles, but, you know, he was reborn after joining the Bucks.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start re-energizes you and helps you change your game. This guy was, though, a 20-point scorer a night in the past, so he can put it in the basket. He didn't get those kind of numbers with the Bucks, but really was exactly what they needed as a big guy who could shoot the three and also be a rim protector inside.
To shoot. Mitchell's shot is good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's Randall. Bryant trying to free himself up. Randall no good. Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Antetokounmpo passes to Brogdon. This one for 3. Drops in the tray.
You have to chase Brogdon off that three-point line. He's a very good shooter from this area.
Here's Fultz. 14 points from him the last game against Houston. Down low, and Randall throws it down.
And rolling with such quickness. There's just no way to keep Randall from scoring that.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And he gets the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Randall passes to Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Unselfish, good vision, nice dime by Julius.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Taj Gibson's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Sharch comes in for Randall. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. It's Mills in for Fultz. Milwaukee also making some changes. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Lopez. Morris comes in for Brown. And it's Matthews in for Mitchell. Brogdon the pass to Kaminsky. Antetokounmpo kicks to Matthews. The tray. Minnesota with the rebound. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Here's Sharch. That shot no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Bills with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Giannis passes to Brogdon. Count it, good. Brogdon's got 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
To the left side wing. And here's Mills from the arc. Second chance shot.
You know, Kaminsky doing a nice job contesting shooters, and those long arms he has, I think, really serve him well in challenging shots.
Already a superstar. Antetokounmpo talked about how much more.
Just trying to focus on the court.
I think he's already a top 5 player. With his skill set and physical tools, he can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Mills out there with Beasley. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Dario Saric. And it's Richardson in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Kicks it out to Gibson. Here's Beasley. Rebound by Williams.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Matthews passes to Brogdon. Morris with the ball. Bounce pass from Williams. Morris, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And Clark, you talk to anyone who has played with Taj Gibson. They love having him as a teammate.
Well, you can